Okay, today I'm going to go over how to pipe an American flag. I wanted to start by showing you how I get my icing really smooth. I mix it in the bag and get all the air bubbles out before I pipe anything. And I'm using probably the equivalent of a number 8. I generally do not use tips. I just cut my hole the size that I want. But first of all, I wanted to say that I'm just using the Wilton's icing that's in the bucket. You can get it in any Michaels store. I use Americolor gel paste, and I'm using the Wilton paper parchments. I believe they're 18-inch. But this is how you pipe an American flag. So you put a line of icing at an angle. This is the pole. And then you pipe on a square that's going to be large enough to fit 4 lines of red on. I know that sounds confusing, but it needs to be long enough that you can get 4 lines of red, because there's going to be lines of red here with white lines in between. And then you just, this is an Ateco, just a small bent spat. And then you smooth that out. Okay. Then you get your red, and you pipe on 4 lines of red here and 3 here. So you start at the top and you do them kind of like a curve. And then your second line, you're going to pipe. You're going to leave room for your white line, and you're going to pipe this, and you're going to bring it up in a curve, but you're going to connect it with the red, the top red one. And then you just keep piping it and connecting it to the last one you piped. And then this one's going to come right at the edge, and then you connect it to that. This one's going to start at the pole, and you need to leave room for the white stripe that's underneath the blue part of the flag. And this one's going to come all the way and connect. And there's 3 lines of red. So that's generally, if you're doing this cake on a white buttercream cake, you don't even have to put the white part in. But you can go back and just pipe in your white right next to your red. You want to try to get them as close as you can. If you don't, you can just go back and fill in where you didn't. Now for the stars, it is 5 rows of 6 and 5 rows, it's 5 rows of 6 and 4 rows of 5. So you start with your top row of 6 stars. And then you do your bottom row of stars. Then you do your middle. Then you do a line of 6 in between. And this is a number 34 star tip, but you can use any star tip that you want. You want to keep it, you know, it depends on the size of your flag. You don't want to get too big or the stars will all meld together. And then in between those two, you do another row of 6. And then you do 5 in between the rows of 6. And you kind of stagger them there right in the middle. That one got kind of big. Now you put your ball on top of your flag. And then you make a writing tip, or you can use, you just want to use a really small tip when you're doing any kind of detailed work, probably 2 and below. And you stripe 2 colors up the side. And then you cut a small hole, and then you squeeze it out until you see the 2 colors. And then these are going to be the fancy strings. And it starts right here at the top of the blue, and you just snake it down, put a little ball at the end, and then out and in, it's kind of like and then this one kind of is opposite. You kind of just go around the other way. And then out, in, and then right at the bottom of the red, you do one more. And then if your stripes aren't perfect, like this one isn't, you can just go back and smooth it out. And then you just write on it. And it's done.